welcome back to my channel. Welcome to today's video. Going to try to make some dog biscuits. So a couple of hauls ago I picked up these. I think I got all three for £1 from a car boot seller, and they are doggy treat shaped silicone moulds. And I bought them with the intention of bundling up and sending them for wax melts or whatever. And then a couple of you said in the comments of that video, make the dog treats, make the video with the dog treats. Cassie put up a recipe that she uses for her dog, but I went online and found I didn't have oats for it. I didn't have enough oats for it. So I went online and found another dog biscuit recipe that uses whole wheat flour, which I did have. So I'm going to use 140 grams of whole wheat flour, 100 grams of peanut butter. And the lady in the recipe did stress that you have to make sure your peanut butter does not contain xylitol, which is a sweetener, because dogs can't have xylitol. So we make sure that we've got one that has no xylitol, and a small banana, which I have a nicely bruised one here already where the fridge door caught it. So I'm going to have a crack at making some dog biscuits. I've got my oven preheating to 150, and it simply says mix the ingredients and bake. That's what I'm going to do. Boom. 140 grams of strong wholemeal flour. It didn't say strong, it said wholemeal plain flour. But this is what I've got and this is what I'm using. And I've ripped the bag open in a stupid way. That's annoying. Look at that, I made a hole in the bag. I have to transfer this to another container because I mangled the bag. Okay, 140 grams of whole wheat flour. I've done 146, I think that'll be okay. I'm going to put a link, by the way, in the description box to the recipe that I'm using, because it was on a lovely lady's blog. I think she was called Baker Joe, so I'm going to put the link below for that. 100 grams of peanut butter. This is a 340 gram jar. I'm going to put the flour back in the scales and zero them. What that means is that I can put the peanut butter, which is going to be sticky and wet, onto the flour. It means that it won't stick to the scales, won't lose any of my measurement when it's stuck to the scales. Does that make sense? It makes sense to me. So I want 100 grams of peanut butter. 106, close enough. We're not arguing about the odd grams here. The dogs are not going to go, that was a bit too peanut buttery, I didn't think I liked that. They'll be fine with it. I'm going to wash my hands. And a small banana. There is my small banana. Like I said, nicely bruised where I slammed the fridge door on it. Again, I don't think the dogs will care about that. It could do with being a bit more bruised actually, because it's not mashing up very easily. I'm going to add a little splash of water to loosen it slightly. And I think I need to get my hands in. I do not enjoy dough and stuff on my hands. I don't enjoy the feeling of sticky stuff. But yeah, even the cheap seats. Another tiny splash of water. So what I've got then is a wet and sticky dough. I wanted a wet and sticky one rather than a dry one because I want to press it into the moulds, and so I thought wetter and stickier, the more chance there is of it stickying. So I'm just going to pull off little pieces, squash them in, and then I'll know whether I've got too much. I'll be able to take some out. As I've said, I'll put a link to the recipe in the descriptions box, and I will have a look and see if I can find these moulds anywhere online as well, and if I can, I'll put a link to those for you as well. First mould filled, now to do the rest. Okay, I've done 2 full trays. I didn't quite have enough to complete the last tray, so if I were to make it again, if I wanted to use all 3 trays, I would probably put an extra 20 grams of flour and an extra 10 grams of peanut butter, so maybe use a slightly larger banana. Like I said, the fact that it's for the dogs means they're unlikely to complain that I haven't done it right. Although, who knows? I need to find my baking tray. Don't know if they'll all fit on this one. They won't all fit on this one. I'll be back. Now, the recipe didn't say how long to bake them for, or at least if it did, I didn't read it properly. They still only just fit that. Yeah, if it did, I didn't read it properly. So I'm going to put them in. I'm going to give them 10 minutes, come and look at them. There's no reason why I shouldn't taste them, because there's nothing in them that isn't good for humans. Wholemeal flour, peanut butter, banana. I still don't think I'm gonna. I'm gonna pop them in for 10 minutes and then come back and see how they're doing. Clean up this, okay, they've had 10 minutes, let's see how they look. I think they're done. I'll lift them so you can see. They're firmish. These ones are a bit more done. I've not got a very good, although it's a fan oven, I don't think it circulates as well as it should. I think I'm going to call those done, because I feel that when they cool, they will harden a little bit more. So I'm going to call those done. We just turn the oven off. Things I do not own but keep meaning to buy, a cooling rack. I'm just going to wash the grill tray from the last person who made bacon and use that as a cooling rack. I realised as I was washing the cooling rack that these are for the dogs and they probably wouldn't have objected to a bit of bacon grease on them. Still, it's done now. Let's turn a couple of these out. Oh, they came out of the mould really easily, so that was good. They are far too hot for me to call the dogs for a taste test. They're yeah, definitely too hot dogs. Right now. They smell awfully healthy. Obviously there's no sugar in there, so like I said, there's nothing in there that humans wouldn't eat. It's banana, it's bread flour, it's peanut butter, that's it. There's nothing else in there. No added salt, no sugar, splash of water. So there's nothing in there that means I shouldn't eat it. And yet knowing they're dog biscuits kind of puts you off. Break one in half while they're warm. Looks like a biscuit. Shall I try it? I'm going to try it. Tastes a bit like a wholemeal scone or scone. They would be nice, actually. Excuse me, I'm going to cough. Tail end of COVID, I still get the odd cough here and there. If you made them for humans and rolled them out thinner, they'd be really nice with cheese. Definitely a savoury biscuit, and they'd be really, really nice with cheese. And I'll let them cool, and then I will come back and show you what the dogs think. Sit! Good dogs. I'm going to try the bickies, okay? One for Buddy. Okay, he wasn't sure. One for Kai. One for Molly. Molly's taken hers into her bed. Kai's is gone. Buddy's dropped half of his down the back of the plug socket. Let me find that for you before you stick your tongue in a plug socket. There we go. Okay, well, there was no messing. They've polished them off. Let's have a look. She's a much slower eater than the boys, but she's getting through it. What do you think? Was it good, Kai? Yes, it was good. Well done. Good boy. Buddy's gone. Buddy's not stayed to give you his opinion. Molly, was it good? Yeah? Yeah, I know you liked it. You can't have another one just yet, but there's some downstairs for later. I think I'm going to call that an unqualified success. I think I'm chuffed to bits with that. That's the result. They like them. They were really easy. I'll work out the costings and put that on the screen for you, based on the price of the flour and all the rest of it, but not very much money. And I got 16, 17, 18, 19, I got 21 biscuits. So I'll work out the costings and put that on the screen for you. Thank you for joining me for this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. I think the dogs are quite happy for me to bake dog biscuits on a regular basis. I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye for now.